So guys, UFC 257 this weekend, WWE Royal Rumble next weekend, and we are now joined with WWE champion and the star of Monday Night Raw, Drew McIntyre. Drew, how you doing? Thank you so much for joining us.
I'm fantastic. Thank you for having me.
Amazing. We're so pumped to talk to you. So let's scale back now. You defeated Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania to become WWE champion. Now you go into Royal Rumble and you put your belt on the line against WWE Hall of Famer Bill Goldberg. Tell me, how is the build-up when you're facing these big titans? What is it like going into big fights like that as opposed to any other regular fight, I guess?
The match with Brock Lesnar, if you know a bit about Brock, he's a former two-time UFC champion, is a little bit unpredictable in the ring. He's basically an absolute beast. He does what he wants to do. So I was going to fight for my first ever world title against Brock Lesnar, the main event at WrestleMania. It was a bit of a daunting task, but I pulled myself together. I kicked Brock Lesnar in the head very hard with my finishing move, the Claymore, and I defeated him in 5 minutes. Woo! And won
yeah, you did.
This WWE Championship that I always keep by my side.
Bust stop the strap. I'm not mad at it.
Yeah, so now for Royal Rumble, I am in the 31st. I'm fighting Goldberg. He's somebody I used to watch as a kid, 12, 13, 14 years old with my brother. We tune into WCW Wrestling every week. Check out Bill Goldberg, killing the competition. Never thought one day I would be sitting WWE champion fighting Bill Goldberg. I tried to give him the out. I literally told him, mate, fighting you would be like fighting my dad. He got a little upset. He pushed me on my butt. I got back up. I got in his face. He challenged me to the match. I accepted the match. And he's got a great legacy. He's a Hall of Famer. Hopefully our fans remember him from back in the day. Perhaps lapsed fans remember him. If you've never seen him before, he used to play football back in the day for the Falcons. Oh, yeah. An intimidating guy. Check out WWE if you've never checked it out at the Royal Rumble, because Drew McIntyre is going to kick Goldberg's head off his body.
I like it. Go ahead with the swagger then, Scottish psychopath. I'm not mad at it. So, by the way, going back to the Royal Rumble, about a year ago, you made a little noise by throwing the aforementioned Brock Lesnar up out of the paint. So what has the last year been like for you?
It's been wild. 2020 in general. Obviously, I mentioned I achieved my dream of becoming WWE champion, but not quite in the circumstances I imagined. Obviously, the pandemic hit around about WrestleMania time when I won the WWE Championship. I've never been in front of a crowd with the title, but I feel fortunate. I've had a very unique journey. I've been wrestling for 20 years. A lot of ups, but a lot of downs that prepared me for everything. Every down taught me a new lesson, and it prepared me to lead the company forward, even in a pandemic. I was trying new things without the audience there to try and get the crowd's attention, to get them engaged socially, throwing things against the wall to see what stuck. I would look into the camera and use catchphrases like from Tiger King, which was big at the time, and say, "Hey, oh, you cool cats and kittens," to see if I could get a gif out on the internet, get people tuning into the show. I know it's been a really crazy time. The coolest thing we've done thus far, though, is when we pivoted from no fans to creating the WWE Thunderdome. So now we're back in the arenas. We've got everything you expect from WWE, all the lights, the lasers, the pyrotechnics. I have a 5-foot Claymore sword I shove into the stage. It sets off a fire pyrotechnic show. You couldn't do that with fans there. A little bit dangerous. But most important, we have our fans back in the arena virtually, so we can hear them, we can see them in real time. So that's the cool thing about it. But the coolest thing of all is WrestleMania this year is coming back around to Tampa, Florida, and we're actually going to have a limited capacity. The fans will be there in attendance, and I'm so excited.
I'm so glad you brought that up, because we actually got the drop on what the next 3 WrestleManias will look like. We can actually pull up the schedule here. WrestleMania 37 going down in Tampa, as you mentioned. That'll be a 2-night event beginning April 11th and April 10th and 11th at Raymond James Stadium. In 2022, the WWE returns to AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, out in Jerry for WrestleMania 38, and then headed to Hollywood for WrestleMania 39 in 2023 at SoFi Stadium. But in specific regards to 37, down in Tampa, your hometown, matter of fact, like you stay right around the area, rather. You got a little more pressure on you now that they've kind of made their name as a title town a little bit down in Tampa.
Oh, yeah. I know. I'm not feeling the pressure. I've been champion for a while now. I'm literally sitting 15 minutes from Raymond James Stadium where WrestleMania is going to take place. And it's really cool to see all our sports teams doing so well. Now, I've been following the football recently. I never really got into it till the past couple of years, and the Bucks were quite frankly terrible. But we picked up
picked
up some steam this year. Brady's been killing it. I checked out the game against the Saints, and it was really cool. And even myself, as a Scotsman, as somebody who's not the biggest football fan, could understand the significance of Breeze versus Brady. These two legends going against each other. The Bucks pulled off the win, and this Sunday, I believe it is, it's going to be the Packers with Aaron Rodgers against Brady. So I'm excited to be learning with just such big games going on. The Bucks doing so well. Hopefully they make it to the Super Bowl. Maybe I can score myself a little ticket.
There you go.
Get in there, check out Raymond James Stadium live to see what I can expect for WrestleMania.
Drew, we only got about 20 seconds until we leave you. The only thing I care about, you're a Scotsman, Rangers or Celtic. It's the only thing I care about.
I'm a big Rangers fan. Like Celtic have been winning the last 9 seasons in a row. They were going to pull off number 10. Thankfully, we got it together. We're going to cut them off before they won 10 in a row. Rangers are back on form. I set Rangers a challenge. I said, I rose up the ranks, became WWE champion. It's time for y'all to win the title, and Rangers are going to win the title this year.
Good on you, pal.
Love it.
I got to ask you, we're a 3-team crew here, so I'm really curious your take on this. Would you say that we're more of like a New Day kind of crew or a 3MB in your opinion?
I would go with New Day, like more successful, more charisma.
The way he's laughing right now means he doesn't believe anything that he's saying. At all.
It's very nice of you, though.
I was in 3MB. That guy I was in 3MB was never going to become WWE champion. So I'm glad to be the man I am today, and y'all are certainly closer to New Day.
Well, you are a WWE champion, and we wish you luck as you put that belt on the line. You're amazing, and thanks so much for joining us. You're always welcome back on Sports Nation.
Well, thank you for having me. I can't wait to be back in the future and in person one day.
Yeah. Someday. Yes, let's do it.